What up, motherfucker? It's me, your favorite YouTuber of all time. You may be asking, what the fuck is on your nose? I have blackheads all over my nose. I know you can't see them right now or in my past videos because my webcam can't exactly zoom into futuristic zoom of capabilities. But in order to get rid of them, I have to put this on and then tear it the fuck off, which hurts. You ever pull one of your balls hairs out or genital hairs if you're a woman? It feels like that because I got deep blackheads. So, as you saw in my chat review, I hope, you heard me oversay something of reviewing a video game. Sorry, I couldn't release it to you sooner. I kept getting pissed with this webcam because unlike HD cameras that the angry video game nerd uses, I'm stuck with this for now. And it keeps crashing. Lots and lots of times. 4 if I counted correctly. So, what is it I'm going to review? The thing in the title! Holy shit, I bet you thought different! But not really, because I've done this joke 3 or 4 times already. Drop the bomb! I'm never going to stop doing that either. So, how was Evil Within? I'm going to get into it. Can't give you my rating just yet. That would ruin the review. So, let's start. First off, the characters. Oh, shit. We came from oh, shit. That's how it feels. I had such potential. This game has such potential. Such potential to bring back the survival horror aspect of games. And it feels like Resident Evil 4 is like half retarded brother. Just doesn't work for me. Because you're gonna advertise bringing survival horror back and you're gonna get rid of the retarded ass aspects of fucking Resident Evil 6 when you can like bounce around on a fucking toy seahorse or whatever the hell it was. And that retarded Easter egg. No. How about fuck that? Instead, you get a rocket launcher to fight a boss. And a turret. Uh, what? That's what my reaction was when I fucking used a rocket launcher to fight a boss. That was retarded. I'm sorry I'm using that word a lot. But this game feels like it. So, the characters, as I was going back into. Ruvik is by far the best character in this game. He had a good fleshed out story. He had a pretty decent backstory. I cared about his recent story of like his why he's doing the shit he's doing. Trying to escape. Can't go into that. That's a spoiler. But not really, it's in the trailer. So Ruvik's character, or as I like to call him, Assassin's Creed, Ezio, getting all sewn back together. Ooh, wait a minute. Maybe, just maybe, my theorem could be correct. It is. It is correct. Assassin's Creed meets Evil Within. Oh! Shit. I blew my fucking own mind open. Doom! I might have just came. I might have just came. Imagine that shit. Put it down in the comments. Assassin's Creed meets Evil Within. Aw yeah. So, River's character is the best. Sorry I jumped right into that. I had to get it off my chest before this goddamn webcam crashes again. Second best character of the game, or as I like to call him, the sponge who I have to play as, because that's kind of what Sebastian's character feels like. He feels... Usually when you have a main character, you want to, like, feel for him, but I was like, this guy is basically here so I can play as him and progress in the story, which is interesting. Somewhat interesting. I'll get into that later. And don't even get me started on, like, his fucking other colleagues or other characters in the game. Fuck them. That's my opinion on them, and I'm not changing it. I did not care for these characters whatsoever, because I'm separated from them half the fucking time. Hmm. Close. Close enough. So, what's the second part? It's, the gameplay. Gameplay is, it's pretty Resident Evil. I'll give it that. It's not Resident Evil 6's dumbass, shoot a grenade launcher at a fucking helicopter kind of dumbassery it has evolved into, unfortunately, in this point of time. But, to be fair, Resident Evil 4, that revolutionized survival horror, but also killed it. Uh, Dead Space kind of, like, brought it back for a few seconds, and it was like, oh, oh, we lost it, fuck. That's kind of what happened to survival horror. It, it died for a bit, revived for a couple of seconds, and then died again. Hopefully it'll resurrect from the grave, kind of like the Black Hand would do to a dead corpse in the Blackest Night storyline. I'd recommend picking that up if I ever get these comic reviews done. Ooh, spoiler. I gave you a comic review hint. So, gameplay is, it's what you would expect from a survival horror game at this point if you ever played one. Walk and shoot, reload, try not to run out of ammo, shoot, create a fucking electricity bolt, which doesn't make sense. How does that work? How do you manage to shoot fucking electricity out of a bolt? Doesn't electricity need to, come from something? And when I look at the bolts, I was like, the fuck is this? It's not hooked up to anything electrical. The fuck's this? So the gameplay, it's average. But on to the third part and final part of this. The story and the monsters. The story is, well, without giving too much away, you're in a person's subconscious. I didn't give it away whose it is. But it's kind of obvious whose it is, isn't it? It's, Robert. It's, Rubik's Cube's subconscious. And as Rubik's Cube is trying to manipulate the world around you to piss you off, which he succeeded in doing, he also manages to get hurt in his own subconscious. Rubik's Cube, how the fuck did that happen? I don't fucking know. If I can control my own subconscious, I'd make sure I won't get fucking hurt by it. Just saying. So as shit progresses, you're just like, oh, pretty good. Too bad you have to pay to find out the rest. Thank you, Bethesda, with your DLC. Ching! Fuck DLC. Especially story DLC that you have to fucking buy to understand the story. Spoiler alert, but not really. The story is incomplete. There are so many hanging threads, it's like The Order. But without as good graphics. Don't get me wrong. The graphics in this aren't, well, praiseworthy kind of graphics. I don't give a fuck about graphics. Graphics don't make the game. They would help. They would help raise the review score. Don't get me wrong. Kind of like my Rise review. Watch that. You'll understand. Graphics don't make everything. So, the story was like, oh, it's Matrix meets Resident Evil 4 meets Silent Hill 3's atmosphere, the other world atmosphere. That's basically what it is. But the monsters, those are very Thing. 1982's John Carpenter The Thing, which is a movie you should watch. And it's not as good as RoboCop, but it's my #2 favorite movie of all time. So, just giving you a heads up. If you want to understand the thing I'm saying right now, watch The Thing and you'll notice, oh, these monsters are very Thing. Even one of the boss fights was like, it had a turret section that looked kind of exactly like the turret section in fucking The Thing from 2002. The final boss. How do I know this, pray tell? Because I have played that game. And that is an accomplishment I'm going to take to my grave. Beating that shitty ass game. Took some balls, man. That game was rage inducing and fucking stupid. So, what is the overall score? It is a 6 out of 10. Oh yeah, MLG. MLG with Mountain Dew and some sunglasses. Even though it's technically count as sunglasses when I step out into the sunlight. A 7 out of 10 because oh wait, no. I gave it a 6. Shit, I was thinking of another game I'm gonna review. A 6 out of 10 just because it's so mediocre. And it kinda lied to me. The gist I was getting and my friends were getting off this game was it's a revival for survival horror. Straight off the heels of Alien Isolation, which is a game I'll review later. It's not the one with the 7 though. It was it was kind of a thing that happens every once in a while. It's like a phenomenon. Everyone's like, oh, this is sick. This is scary. And I was like, it's not scary. It's more of a gore factor. The Thing is scary, and that has a big fucking gore factor. This just has gore in it. I was like, oh, it's unsettling, but not really. As a survival horror veteran like myself, you'll just be like, meh, I've seen it all before. It's nothing new. Seriously, this game's nothing new. Why is that a 6 out of 10? That exact reason. Doesn't bring anything new. It's not adding to the formula like Dead Space did. It's it's not even as good as Dead Space. But I would recommend it if you ever find it at a $25 sale or something like that. You'll get hours of enjoyment, and there's like 3 difficulties or 4. The last one being the hardest difficulty of all. And there's shitty DLC you could buy. I would buy that if it was free, but, I ain't gonna fucking buy it if it's not free. There you go. I know what you're thinking right now. Rip this damn thing off. I'll do that in my next video review, which I'm trying to make right now. Hopefully my dad won't walk in and say, shut the fuck up, sleep, man. So, I'll see you next time, guys. I love you all.